Hello and welcome to Home versus House. I'm Lisa, and this is a channel where I share budget-friendly home decor and lifestyle ideas. Guys, today I am back with another video. This time I am taking you around my sitting room and showing you how I have updated for the spring using some thrifted and DIY projects. So if we start with this navy blue wall, this is a wall that I've decorated a few years ago, and I didn't do much to this space. I just kept these two wall sconces here and this mirror, all of which was thrifted, and I spray painted them gold to give it a unified look. Over in this, on this side, I have this armchair that I've had for quite some time, and last year sometime I bought it in this space. I did go ahead and make this throw pillow for this space. This was actually a thrifted apron that I love the patterns on the fabric, and so I cut out the top part and turned it into a throw pillow. This little table, so this was a thrifted sewing piece that I had gotten, and I never did use it for the original intent, but it was a little bit higher, and recently I cut down the legs to bring it down here. So I've always had it in this side, but again, I recently cut down the legs. I just measured the other side tables that I've had in this space, and I measure it I use the measures on the other side tables to decide the length that I wanted this. And I really like it that way. It's we can, we can sit here and sit some, it's just more accessible. Then I have this, one of my plants in this corner, my snake plant in this corner. I also have some fireplace utensils that were, so they're brass fireplace utensils, and they were also thrifted. Up above, I have this vintage floral piece that I had purchased from, I purchased the prints. They were a set of 6 from Amazon last year, and it has some of the, it has the reddish tones that I'm using in this space, so I thought it went nicely in here. The frames were thrifted that I spray painted gold. And then on top I have this thrifted mirror, beautiful piece that I also spray painted gold. Next to it I have some faux greenery. And then over my fireplace, I have this thrifted mirror again that I spray painted gold a few years back. Then I just have some candles sitting in a few brass candle stands. Up here, this blue and white piece, another thrifted piece that I just added on top of this middle candle stand. Then I have my Monstera plant sitting in this blue tone pot. The pot came from HomeGoods last year. And this plant is doing beautifully. This was a rescue plant that I picked up from Walmart last spring, and it has grown tremendously. So I have that on my fireplace mantle. Down here in this corner, I have some plants that one of which, so the peace lily plant is an indoor plant, but this one back here, I'm not sure what kind of plant it is, but I got that from my neighbor the end of last summer as they were putting back their plants inside. They had a couple of these same plants and they were trying to downsize on the plant. So I got that one for free. I have a watering can, and then this lantern that I again spray painted gold. Over here I have some DIY pillows. So the front one is a piece of fabric that I recently picked up from Joann's Fabric. I am using some red tones in here this spring. Last year I was using some of the corals. So this back pillow here was something that I picked up. I believe it was from Ross last year. And this year I'm bringing it back because, again, I love the red tones, the corals. Before it was like my peach, the corals, the pinks came out during the summer and springtime. And I bought it back this spring and summer, but I am hoping to just kind of add to my collection. On my last video, I explained how I went from an almost neutral home to adding some colors and adding it all year round. And so I'm on that journey, guys. Over here, this thrifted bookshelf I've shared before on this channel. I picked this bookshelf up for like 40 bucks. It is a bookshelf that I've seen online for about 500 bucks, and I picked it up right as the store was reopening during the COVID shutdown. I believe it was Salvation Army thrift store. And then I just have a few thrifted books, one of my Pothos plants, and a few thrifted black and white, or blue and white rather, pieces. So this middle piece, this was a retail purchase that I had purchased from TJ Maxx. I saw this pink reddish tone bowl with the florals recently in a thrift store, and I picked that up to add to my collection. And then I have this pink candle here that came from Walmart a couple of years ago, and I bought it back in that space. Over here I have another one of my spider plants waiting to go outside when the weather warms up a bit. And then I have this thrifted reading lamp here. This came from the Restore. Over in this corner, I have another lamp, another thrifted lamp, and I've been using these lamps here, not just for reading, but also to add some light in my space this winter, so my plants could get a little bit of light. Over here in this corner, I have, again, this thrifted side table. I picked that up from, I think, Goodwill, and then I added a piece of glass on the top. I have a coaster here, and then this decorative plate. I like to add a small plate or bowl to my side tables as a kind of a catch, I call it a catch plate and or a catch bowl, and that's just to put knickknacks like hairpins as you come and you sit down, hair ties, any little thing that you might drop on the side table to just come into the space and relax. Sometimes a pair of glasses or so. And instead of just having it all on the table. I like to just have these decorative plates or so, or bowls that you can just put it in and then collect it later. Over in this corner, I have a thrifted mirror that I spray painted gold, some thrifted frames that I just have some black and white pictures of my family around when we were the same age, just to kind of compare looks. And then I have this wooden thrifted piece in that corner. Up above here, so this is my accent wall that I painted to give this wallpaper look. So I wanted wallpaper for cheap, and so I achieved it with this look. And then I have another one of the vintage picture in a thrifted frame. And then the bottom one is a picture that I tore out of one of my garden magazines, and I stuck it in this frame. So again, as I go through the room, you can kind of see that a lot of my pieces were thrifted. In fact, all but the soft or fabric pieces were thrifted. And then I had a couple of DIYs in here. And that is kind of how I have collected. I've done this room and many of the other rooms in my home. Just look for, again, thrifted pieces that I like, and then sometimes that inspire me to get like fabric or other DIY work to just kind of unify the space and to bring it together. So these curtains they were an Amazon purchase. And then last year I added some blue and white florals to the end for like a pipe piece. And this year I'm adding this pink and red floral tones. So I took out the blue and white piece and I added that. That's another trick that I've done, is I'll take like a retail or even a thrifted piece, and then I'll do like a DIY flip to it to just create a custom made home, a handmade home, something that's unique to me and my family. Down here, I have this thrifted wooden coffee table that I used some gel paint or gel stain to do last year. And then I have this huge aloe vera plant. This was a rescue plant. I actually rescued this from my son's room a few years ago. He wanted some greenery in his room and purchased two aloe vera plants and kind of abandoned it or neglected it is a better word in his room. I don't think he watered it for up to a year, and it survived, guys. And I finally had some grace and took it out of his room, and it has thrived in this space. Usually in the warmer weather, I'll put it outside, but I also use this aloe vera plant for my hair and skin care routine. So it's not only decorative, it's functional. And then I have it sitting in this thrifted floral pot, and I have it on some books so it doesn't damage when I'm watering it or so, it doesn't damage the wood. I have these collection of like candle holders, and they were also thrifted. And then these plants, so these are some rescue plants that I picked up from some of the garden centers or garden departments of my stores like Walmart, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware store. And I have them in some thrifted flower pots. And it thrives here because this is the only window in this space, and I get some good south sunlight. So it has thrived here for the winter. The rug was a Walmart purchase. This rug actually was the inspiration for a lot of the colors that I bought into this space. It's got the blues to go with my navy blue wall. It's got some of the terracotta, corals, and a few like red hues. So I kind of again use that as an inspiration to bring some color in this space. Over in this corner, this is my DIY shelf. I picked up this piece of wood from my local Habitat for Humanity restore, and I believe the brackets came from there as well. And I did this DIY wooden shelf in this space a few years ago. It wasn't another wall here, and then I last year sometime or 2 years ago I put it on this wall. Up here I have this thrifted piece, and this, I checked this out, guys. This is from a local artist, and I really like the colors. Again, it complements some of the colors that I had in this space, and I like the fact that it was also local, and I have it in this a thrifted frame that I spray painted gold. The blue and white pieces here I purchased a few years ago, and I believe it was either from HomeGoods or TJ Maxx. And then I have some faux greenery that were thrifted inside of them. And these other two pieces I bought into the space, and they were also thrifted. Down on this side table, again, another thrifted piece. I just have another one of my spider plants, and I have the same setup, a coaster and a decorative plate for a catch-all deal. Down here, I have this thrifted wick basket that I'm using as my throw basket, and I have a few DIY throws, crochet throws in here. Moving right along to this couch, I have 2 pairs of DIY throw pillows. The lighter pair I did last year spring, and then the floral pattern pair I did recently with some of that same fabric from Joann's fabric store. Over on this end, I have another end table, not a match to the other one on the other side, but it is the same height, and that's what's important to me. And then I just repeated the pattern with the spider plant, the lamp, catch-all plate, and the coaster. Up above, I have this thrifted piece. And guys, that is it for my sitting room and how I am updating it for this spring. My sitting room sits adjacent to my dining room area, and that's a space that I showed on my last video. I could always put the link to that video down in the description box so that you can check it out and see how I've decorated both these spaces to kind of complement each other. I use similar patterns and colors in these 2 rooms. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna stop the video here. But before I leave, I would like to say that I hope someone have seen something here in this space or get some ideas that they can do in their home in a budget-friendly way, thrifting, DIY, and just taking your time and collecting the items for your home to make it you. And you're not at a race with anyone else. It's really about creating a space that you and your family and friends can come to and enjoy All right, guys. Well, I will see you on the next one. In the meantime, take care.